This is a tutorial on how to set up a memo for the Persuasive Research Report proposal memo. You are going to create this memo in Microsoft Word, and you can create it on a blank page, or you can choose a memo template and alter it to suit your purpose. So going with the instructions for the proposal memo, to write a memo, you simply put key information at the top of your page. You're going to start with 2 and a colon, tab over, and put the recipient, which would be me. Then you're going to say from, and obviously put your name. Then you're going to type subject with a colon and put the information that would give an idea of what your memo is about. And this would be the proposal for the Persuasive Research Report. And then the last item would be date, colon, and the current date. Notice that our headers are all in all caps and they're followed with a colon. Notice that the information is lined up, so you're going to tab over so that all of that information lines up. This is also single spaced. You do not need to double space. And after you've typed the heading, you will hit enter 2 times to allow for 1 blank space, and then you will begin your memo. Your memo will consist of 3 paragraphs. These will be single spaced and they will be in block format. So you will not indent the first line of your paragraph. You will simply begin typing. I'm just going to see if I can copy here a little bit. No, it's not working. Okay. You don't have to have a salutation because my name is already in the header portion of the memo. So you just begin your first paragraph. Please look at the guidelines for what is to be contained in each of your paragraphs. When you're done with your first paragraph, you'll hit enter 2 times to allow for 1 blank space between the paragraphs, and you'll begin your second paragraph. Again, following the guidelines for what information you need to include in that paragraph. Once you finish the second paragraph, you would again hit enter twice and go to the third paragraph. Again, following the guidelines for the type of information you need to include. There is a sample memo in D2L so that you can see an idea of the kind of thing that you should include in each of your paragraphs. You do not conclude your memo. You don't put a closing or sign your name or anything of that nature because, of course, clearly I'm listed here, you're listed here, so you are just typing your single-spaced paragraphs with full left block format, allowing for 1 blank space between each paragraph. Now, if you would prefer to use a template, you may do so, but please keep in mind that you will have to alter it, more than likely. So in Microsoft Word, if you click on New, instead of choosing the blank document, you can search for a memo in the template bar. You'll get lots of choices, and you can choose whichever one you would like. If you do choose a format and create it, some may not be free, so you'll have to choose one that you can create. But once you create it, you can make changes. So you're going to probably need to do that. For example, we're not going to put a company name here, so we'll delete that. We're not going to put a carbon copy in here, so we need to delete that. However, now I have this strange space here, and even if I hit delete or backspace, that does not seem to get rid of it. So you're going to need to play around with these templates. In this case, I think if I move the, no, I think I have to right click and I have to delete the cells and delete the entire row. And now that finally got rid of it. So in here you could change this to say subject, and then you could replace this with your information. On this particular template, it's in 2 columns. So if you start typing, your paragraph is going to be real skinny in a column here. So again, you're going to need to get rid of that. And I think right click and delete cells, deleting the entire row has gotten rid of all of it. So now I think this would work. Yeah. And you can go forward with that. So keep in mind that if you do choose a template, you will more than likely have to change some things. You don't want to have some strange additions such as company name or something of that nature. So you may have to play around with that to find out how to delete those parts or change those parts. Because we do want you to have a simple to, from, date, subject in the heading section, and then simple single-spaced full block paragraphs with 1 blank line between each one for the body. Hopefully that will help you as you work on this assignment.